Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic at the Movies, the official podcast of As Yet Untitled, where I talk all things movies, TV shows, and whatever takes our fancy that week. I'm your host, Joe, and joining me as always is my co-host, Robert. We're nearly at 2025, Robert.
Yay!
Probably when you listen to this, it is 2025. So Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year, everybody!
We're recording this on New Year's Eve.
Oh my god!
Because we've got nothing else to do.
That's truth.
Yes, we're very lonely people.
Yeah.
If we didn't have each other,
We'd go insane. We already are insane, but
pretty insane.
more
Yeah,
so.
even more so
Yeah.
insane. Like very recluse.
yeah,
Yeah, we don't get out much.
no.
So anyway, Happy New Year, everybody.
The New Year.
And we just thought we'd take this time to give you a full year in review of the year of our Lord 2024.
Yep.
And then a quick preview of what's to come in 2025.
Exciting.
I'll be turning 25. I'll be
I don't know
cool.
about you. I'm feeling 25. Doesn't really have
Yeah,
the
it
same
doesn't-
ring
hasn't-
to it.
yeah.
I'll be turning 22 in 2025.
Yeah, you're a full Taylor Swift song.
There
That's
you
what
go.
you wanted.
Yeah, exactly, and I'll be that age forever.
Yeah, I'll have to look if there is a song called 25.
There probably is. Adele's got a whole album called 25, so just listen to
I'll
that.
just listen. I'll just be
Yeah.
depressed all year.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Actually, no, she has a. I think 25's more of one of her more upbeat ones.
There are some songs on there that are. 30's got more upbeat ones.
Yeah. When We Were Young is on 25, is it not?
Brilliant song.
Pretty good song.
25 is a
Let
fantastic
me reminisce
album.
about how I'm not young anymore.
Yeah.
Great.
Yay!
Also, I don't know if you can hear, very torrential weather today. God Society doesn't like New Year's Eve
Nope.
today, so if you can hear rain in the background, apologies.
I think it's quite atmospheric and cozy.
But shall we get into the first portion of the show?
Should I do the... I know it off by heart now.
Oh, you know it off by heart. Oh, I can't wait for this. It's time for...
Diddle-a-diddle-diddle-a-diddle, what have you been up to this week?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And we expect that every single week now.
Okay, no pressure.
Do you think you can perform? Do you think you can live up to those high
I have
standards?
to learn my lines a bit, but I'll be fine. On the night, I'll be fine.
Yeah, he's all right on the night.
All right.
So, what have you been up to this week, Robert?
Christmas shenanigans.
Yes, Christmas. It's been a thing, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. My plan, as it has been for a lot of years, is the period between Christmas and New Year is to catch up on all the films that I missed that are on like streaming and whatever. I haven't done that this year because I couldn't be bothered. So instead, I watched Matilda the Musical again, which I forgot to mention on our musicals episode.
That was on TV.
That was
yeah,
on Boxing Day. I was
yeah.
thrilled that was on TV.
So fun.
I love that film so much. And I started crying again, and my mum was like, "For God's sake!" I was like, "Leave me alone. It's a very emotional film for me."
The Revolting Children.
So good.
Just bit is just so good.
Yeah.
And the choreography.
The choreography.
It just
I think one of the reasons why I
time.
love it is that the children in it are the actual age that children are supposed to be in films like this. So I'm glad that they cast actual children instead of like adults pretending to be children.
My sister was watching it with me.
Yeah.
And she said, "Does this film stand out because they've actually used child actors that are actually good?"
Literally. Genuinely.
Because they are all child actors for the most part, and they're all astounding.
Yeah, they're great.
Especially, I mean, the kid who plays Bruce Bogtrotter.
Yeah.
Bruce Bogtrotter. Exceptional.
Brilliant. Yeah, I love that film very much. I watched Trolls 3 band together with my mum because she hadn't seen it, and I really like the Trolls films. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Really good, that
I'm
one.
not going to give you anything on that. It's just... it's just whatever.
So Paddington in Peru again yesterday. Went to the Wicked sing-along. Not yesterday, the day before.
Where you could sing.
Where you could sing.
Were you allowed to sing?
Yes, and that was a lot of fun. Although it's quite hard to sing along to, I won't lie, because some of those vocals are unmatched. So Ariana Grande's big at the first song, like when she does "Wicked," like we were like, how the fuck are we supposed to do that?
You go wicked. Just try and go as high as possible. Just go to your level.
Anytime Ariana Grande sung it, was like, fucking hell, it's like an exercise.
Imagine how she feels.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair. But she's so talented.
She's incredible.
So that was fun seeing that again. And I plan to see it one more time before it comes out of cinemas, because it's going on to digital this week, which is kind of upsetting, if I'm honest.
Well, it has now become the highest grossing theatre musical adaptation of all time. It's bested Mamma Mia.
Not to rain on Mamma Mia's parade, but I'm kind of glad that it has, because I feel like it deserves to, in a way. Mamma Mia was very much just like, they didn't really intend for it to be as big as it was, I don't think. I'm glad that it has gotten to that stage, and it's still a legendary musical, obviously. But like Wicked, like 20 years in the making, and it's so good. And then all the Christmas telly, of course.
All the Christmas telly that's been on.
Which I feel like we should talk about.
Yeah.
We'll set aside the film for later. But, so Doctor Who.
Yes.
So that sort of kicked
I
it
unfortunately wasn't able to watch it on the Christmas day.
That's fair enough.
No
one did.
No, people did.
So yeah,
if you look at the listings,
but it's quite low down.
It's in the top 10. It's number 5.
Yeah, but it should be a bit higher, really.
It's number 5.
It was like really close to Strictly.
It beat Strictly. That's the important thing of it. It beat Strictly.
I think the thing is that it's
the only thing it was
be.
beaten by was EastEnders, which had a big 2-parter.
That's true.
Big climactic 2-parter, a new film, and a finale for a beloved show.
And Call the Midwife. I don't know a single person apart from me and my mum that watched Call the Midwife, and that beat Doctor Who. It's not as popular as it used to be.
It was obviously just on in the background, Call the Midwife.
Was it? Yeah. It's kind of the same every time, but I love that show. So Doctor Who, Joy to the World. What did you think?
I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
I think it had a very fun premise of just being in a time hotel.
Yeah.
Although they were going to like various other places, it felt like it was sort of a bottle episode because they were technically just in the hotel. Yeah. I like the ending of it. It made like so much sense. Because it's a Christmas special, it made sense as well.
Yeah.
Ncuti Gatwa was really fun in this. I really enjoyed his performance in this, and now he feels very embedded as the Doctor.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoy it, and still don't enjoy his sonic screwdriver. It's not a screwdriver. It's a Sonic TV remote. You gave David Tennant a new one.
A really cool
looking new one that sold out. Everyone wanted it. Why couldn't you just have the same one? Like Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant had the same one.
Yeah. And Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith.
Matt Smith had that. Peter Capaldi had eventually got a new one, but he had Matt Smith for quite a while, at least his first series.
Yeah.
I mean, in old school Doctor Who, they kept the sonic screwdriver design.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the third Doctor's and the fourth Doctor's the same.
I think they just threw Jodie Whittaker's in the bin when they were done with her. I like hers.
Hers had a cool design.
I like that she made it herself.
She had a cool TARDIS interior as well.
I liked that one. All the crystals.
But Joy to the World. I very much enjoyed it, and it's made me more excited. Not that I wasn't excited, more excited for the new series.
That was the thing I took away the most, was the teaser for season 2 looks so good.
It looks great, yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I think I need to watch it again, if I'm honest. It was a lot of fun. It had some really like heartwarming moments, like some brilliant moments, like when Nicola Coughlan's, when the Doctor's trying to get her to break away from the alien thing that's inside of her, to get her like outburst with emotion, and she says about the COVID stuff with her mum and the parties. That was so amazing, and something that I think a lot of people would have been able to relate to.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of great emotional moments like that, but I think I just wanted a little bit to see more of Joy. I feel like we didn't really get to know her that well, apart from, obviously a big part of her life with her mum, but I feel like we didn't get to really know her that well past that, and I would have liked to a bit more.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But I still really enjoyed it. It's a really fun
Mm.
concept. My mum had no idea what was going on.
My dad never has any idea what's going on in Doctor Who anymore.
No, but it was a fun concept, and
Mhm.
season 2 looks brilliant. And then it was Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, which we can talk about later. And then EastEnders.
I didn't watch EastEnders.
No, because why would you want me to?
Why do you want to depress yourself on Christmas?
I don't get like soaps anymore. It's just horrible watching nasty things happen to people in their
Yeah.
lives. I don't like it.
Watch
It's weird.
wrestling instead. It's
Well,
it's a much more fun soap opera.
Well, literally, that's
When you get to
thing.
see people actually hit each other,
Yeah.
and feuds resolve, and
Yeah.
sometimes there's a happy ending.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the I don't get it. My mum and dad watch them, and I'm just like, why? How can you watch this? It's just so disturbing.
Ours was Corrie. Coronation
right,
Street, and
yeah.
we haven't watched that for a while.
No, but I get Corrie because like it was Gail Platt leaving, and that's like a big thing.
Yeah,
But just overall, I'm just like, how can you watch this every week? Like, I don't know, it would just like really get to me if I
3
watched
days a
that.
week.
Yeah,
I think as well.
I don't get it. Anyway, and then Call the Midwife was on, so they had to. It's usually 2 hours, the Christmas special, but they had to split it into one Christmas Day, one on Boxing Day because of Gavin and Stacey. But that was Call the Midwife. It's the same stuff every episode, but I love it because it's the nicest, purest show on TV, and all the characters are so good, and you just fall in love with them all.
I believe I find it's Bluey, but
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Call the Midwife and Bluey are enough to cure.
enough to cure depression. Yeah,
Yes, they are. And then Gavin and Stacey, the finale, which
big
was one
one.
of the best pieces of TV
it
I think
was.
I've ever seen.
It was so beautiful, and it was such like a. I think my grandparents had gone home by that point.
Right.
But my mum and my sister and my brother and his fiance and my dad was still there.
Yeah.
My dad was sort of still there. He'd had a lot of port. and to his own acknowledgement, he doesn't remember what happened. But to have us all together and to watch it,
Yeah.
a show that we've all grown to love at different points because we've all grown up
Yeah.
and we've all decided to watch Gavin and Stacey by ourselves, and everyone, like most people in the UK, we all just know it,
Yeah. Yeah.
like instinctively.
It's weird not to
Yeah.
know it.
And it was such a perfect finale, and there were so many moments that we audibly shocked and cheered for.
Yeah, literally. Same.
Especially when we saw Dave from Dave's
Oh.
Coaches. That was an audible. We all went all at the same time. It was incredible. And then Mick standing up as well.
Oh god, that bit made me cry.
Mm.
Like everyone standing up because they all love Smithy
Yeah.
so much, and like none of them are blood related to him, but that's what family is. And then obviously Mick and I was just like, my mum was like, "Are you crying?" I was like, "No, no, I'm not."
I'm allergic to the cat.
And then Neil singing Blackbird at the wedding, and then the shots of Nessa, like, oh my god,
It's a perfect song for that moment.
that was so. I can't get over it. Like I've
Yeah.
listened to that song so many times since.
By the
'cause,
Beatles, yeah, it's great.
just amazing.
The Beatles, pretty good band, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, they're like,
they've got some pretty good songs. I would
they're
say.
up there.
They're up there. I'd say you know they could climb the ranks. If anyone saw my Spotify raps, you know that big Beatles fan.
Just a little bit.
just a tiny bit. I was in the top 0.1%
Oh my god, that's
of
insane.
Beatles fan. Yeah. I like the Beatles, right?
You like the Beatles?
I like the Beatles, and
Fair enough.
like things they do in the modern day, they did first.
Yeah,
They pioneers.
yeah. They are. I need to listen to more Beatles because I'm always every time I listen to them, the song like, oh, I really like this. I've liked every single thing I've heard.
They've got their main ones that
Mm.
everyone knows,
Yeah.
like Twist and Shout, Hey Jude,
Yeah.
all that jazz. But then you look underneath, and there's just still so much more
Yeah.
stellar stuff.
Like an endless collection.
Yeah, I'd recommend the White Album. The White Album's my favourite one.
Okay. Right. Is that the one that Blackbird's?
Blackbird is
from?
on
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the White Album. Yeah.
Yes, I'm probably going to have to do that. But yeah, it was just perfect. Like I don't think they
It was-
could have
it-
made
yeah,
it any better.
Perfect finale, perfect
Yeah.
conclusion.
I was
People
a
say-
bit nervous for
yeah.
it, but it just like as soon as it started, I was like, this is
Yeah, we're in. We're doing
Incredible.
it. We're fine.
yeah.
Yeah. People say, "Oh, is there going to be any more?" And they say, "Never say never," but don't make any more.
No.
Perfect.
It's called the finale. Leave it alone.
Leave the memories alone.
Leave it
Don't
alone.
change a thing.
Oh no, I don't want them to. And then Boxing Day was Outnumbered's Christmas special.
Outnumbered. I didn't like it.
Did you not?
We
really
we could all like personally relate to it because and we have for many years watching Outnumbered. Because my family is pretty much
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Because you know we've got the mum, the dad, and we've got and it's the same dichotomy of children.
Yeah.
It's 2 boys and a girl, the eldest
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
the middle son, and the younger sister, and it's the same. We are pretty much the same things, and we sort of relate to the same characters. Like I'm always told that I'm very much like Ben.
I really
And my
see it.
sister's very much like Karen.
Now that you say
You
it, oh
see
my
it,
God.
don't you? So
That is, yeah.
we have like a very emotional attachment to the show because we all see ourselves in it.
Yeah.
But there were a few good jokes. I just thought it fell flat a bit for me.
Yeah. I
really.
think also coming off of Gavin and Stacey the night before,
Yes.
it's a very hard act to follow. I personally really liked it, but I had like rock bottom expectations for it. But I was like, I liked the way that the characters. Oh, sorry, the way that the characters were written. That they still were the same, but they were realistically grown.
I enjoyed that bit. Yeah.
But I understand. Like a lot of people said that it was quite boring. A lot of my friends said that it was just take it or leave it. But I think one thing they can't. I don't know really why they've made it because it's not going to be the same comedy because they're not children anymore, so you don't really get the same.
You don't have that same
laughs
thing. They're
out
all
of it.
grown up.
Yeah, so they're not going to be doing what they did 10 years ago. And also, I think it was just them testing the water to do
I like the idea that the older one is a dad himself now.
I liked that stuff.
I like the idea that Ben's now in health and safety.
Yeah.
Being the least health and safety person you would think of. How like that Karen's become a bit of an activist.
Yeah.
And also queer coded as well, which is nice to see.
It's the best thing.
So lovely to see.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of good jokes and a lot of relatable stuff in it. Like
nice moment.
the biggest thing my dad laughed at was you're not going to stop paying for our mobile phones, are you? Still paying for all our phones, right? Which is true. He is still paying for all of our phones, including the one that's moved out.
There you go. That's so relatable.
So yeah, there was relatable moments, but I think it was
Yeah.
the least good thing that I saw was on the Christmas day.
I think they're going to
Christmas
do
week.
another series. I think that was
They
just
might,
sort of
I
like
don't
a
know.
test
A
to
test.
see because it like sort of just ended. Like it ended really like the Pete doing the dinosaur thing that he does when the kids are little in the original show for his granddaughter. And I liked him like pretending to be a hyena. I just thought that was very sweet. And
Can I stop being a hyena now?
Thought it was really funny. And it had like a lot of heart to it as well, but I just think it's just, I don't know, it's just a really weird one to bring back because it can't be the same.
Yeah.
So
I think it could.
yeah,
I think it's got something to it.
Yeah, definitely has. It was nice to see them all again.
Yes. I like the idea that this is the only time they're doing it in like late November. 'Cause it's the only time they can get all 5 of them together.
Yeah, that felt very
Because
real.
that's what happens. Everyone goes away and.
Yeah. That was sort of a nice twist that they were like, it's November the 23rd, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're the only house on the street.
Only house with lights on, yeah.
But yeah, it was all right. But I think
If they did another series, I'd watch it.
yeah,
I'd be interested to see
definitely.
how they position that.
Yeah, but how they're going to be all together at the same time.
Mm.
I know that Ben is moving in with them. I don't think Jake lives that nearby, but I don't know. We'll see. Who knows?
We'll see.
So that was Christmas telly. There were probably other
That was the Christmas
things
telly.
on.
We didn't talk about the film.
We didn't talk about the film.
Should we talk about the film? Because we're going to talk about it in the
later.
Okay, we'll do that then. So everyone, we've concluded our cinematic odyssey
Dudum.
through the year that was 2024.
Yeah.
Also known as the year of the sequels. It's been a very sequel-heavy year.
Yeah.
And in doing so, we've seen some good, we've seen some bad,
Yep.
we've seen some truly awful, and some truly excellent films along the way.
Definitely.
But I feel like it's time to go through what films were fine, what films were great, what films deserve to never be spoken about again after this show. And first of all, as we are aware, film and the film medium is a very subjective medium.
Yes, of course. These are just our opinions.
And the internet is a very sensitive place.
Yes.
So we cannot stress this enough.
Nope.
These are all of our opinions.
Yes.
We may disagree on opinions.
Yes.
And that
that's
is
gonna
fine.
Happen. That's going to happen.
That is the mark of free speech
Yes.
that we do love.
Yes.
And we also need to put out a quick disclaimer that we would like to highlight, I think both of us would like to highlight a number of films that we
Yes.
both saw this year,
Mhm.
but were technically
Mm.
films from 2023, owing to how films are released here in the UK. We normally get the
Mm.
more Oscar baity films in January, February,
Yeah.
March. Like, if there are only in the US, they've already seen We Live in Time was released in October, I think it was,
Ages
and
ago.
we're getting it from recording tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's coming out on New Year's Day. Same with Nosferatu as
Mhm.
well. So we've decided that the films that came out at the start of the year, that were technically 2023 films,
Mhm.
we are not going to include in our top 10 because they're technically from last year,
Yeah.
or that we saw them this year. But they're not just too excellent to not mention,
Mhm.
I feel. So let's give a big hand to the following films.
Yep.
All of Us Strangers.
Gorgeous.
So just beautiful
Love it.
performances all around, were
Mhm.
exquisite.
Yep.
All that jazz. The Colour Purple, I think, is a very good musical.
Yeah.
Started off the year well
Very
with
underrated.
musical adaptations.
Yeah.
More people should have seen it, I think.
Definitely.
American Fiction,
Loved
I
that.
thought was very good. It's on Prime if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Just a very funny, dark comedy,
Yeah.
and Jeffrey Wright's incredible in it.
He is. He's
So good. The Holdovers, which I think is going to be a Christmas classic.
Yeah.
In years to come. Very excellent.
A lot of
Paul-
people watched it again this year
Yeah.
on like Letterboxd and everything. It was
Mm.
like very, very like, especially in the run up.
Yeah, it was well watched. Yeah. Yeah. Loved the Holdovers.
Mhm.
Poor Things.
Yeah.
I found incredibly stellar.
Yeah.
I love Poor Things.
Yeah.
It's so beautifully stylized, so beautifully shot.
Mhm.
And when I watched it, I thought Emma Stone's performance was great.
Yep.
And then I went to work, and I saw a bunch of children doing their thing, and then I thought it was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my life. Because the fact that she
should
got
get
them, she got the idea of being a child
Yeah.
perfect, as an actual just a
Mm.
fully grown woman, but
Yeah.
being a child, great. The Zone of Interest, I like to point out, because it's the best use of sound I've ever seen in a film, and just the way it uses it and the way it like tricks you and turns you into one of them
Mhm.
in a way, because it just becomes background noise when it shouldn't be background noise. Such an important film, in my opinion, and if it wasn't for this ruling, what would be my favourite film that I've seen this year? The Iron Claw.
Yeah. Incredible.
Absolutely wonderful, absolutely incredible. So poignant. They got everything so right,
Mhm.
so realistic.
Yeah.
It's just nice for the wrestling world to be given this film.
Yeah. Definitely.
Any others you want to point out?
No, I think you've all said it. I will say that The Iron Claw was Adele's favourite film from last year as
Oh,
well.
great.
So there you go. I think that
High
that
praise
sums
indeed.
everything. No, I think you've covered all the ones that I'd say need, deserved some attention. So yeah.
Shall we get the bad stuff out of the way?
Yes.
let's get the bad stuff out of the way because we've decided to prove that 2023 was a vastly superior year to 2024.
Yep.
Because I think last year neither of us were able to make a top
No.
10 worst
I don't think so.
films of 2024. Sorry, I was drinking water. I don't know why it made that sound.
That really didn't sound like what.
I don't know. Right, so we'll go from 10 to 1. We'll kind of try and keep this
Okay.
brief.
Yeah.
At number 10, I've got Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
Yeah, that's a film that no one talked about.
No one talked about it. It went straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Just a very by the numbers nostalgia trip streaming
Yeah.
movie. That was all right,
Yeah.
but
Serviceable.
you know you don't get anywhere in this day and age with all right, do you?
No, not anymore.
Number 10 for you. Robert.
Godzilla vs Kong: The New Empire. I just thought it was a load of
It's
nonsense.
Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire.
Godzilla
They're not
X
against
Kong.
each other.
Oh yeah, well, I think that's why I didn't like it that much. Cause why? That doesn't make any sense to me. Just a load of nonsense. Just it had its moments. It was like I could see why people would like it, but me and my friend were just like, what is going on? Why? You know, at the start of the franchise, it was a bit more serious, and now it's just gone completely apeshit, and people are watching it and loving it. It's one of the most successful films of the year. So
Because they've got the more serious Godzilla with Godzilla -1.
yeah, that's true. That's true. To be fair, which is much superior to this, and I can't believe that they're sort of in the same sort of space.
Yeah. It was for me. It was a bit of fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I could have
I
fun
could
with
see
it.
that.
And
Yeah.
they did a lot of wrestling moves.
Yeah.
Like there was that bit where Godzilla just suplexed King Kong into a pyramid. It was really fun.
Well,
And
see-
I've seen a snippet of there's like a like an audio of it's one of when John Cena has returned to WWE, and it's like
Yeah.
a huge ovation, and it's the bit where they're in the underworld
Yeah.
and Kong brings back Godzilla with him.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big back. It works so well with it as well.
Yeah. I didn't hate it. That it has its moments
Yeah,
for sure.
it's completely understandable why you
Yeah.
you think it was bad.
Although my favourite part of it was when he picked up Mini Kong.
She used to
and
be battering.
smacked him
That was
around.
so funny.
That was the best bit.
I remember where in that bit where Kong got mugged. He got mugged.
Yeah, and then they became friends.
Yes. They fight for a bit and then they're mates. That's what happens. Yeah, but yeah, I'd say it's the weaker one.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I like the first Godzilla. King of the Monsters isn't great.
No.
I like Kong Skull Island. I liked Godzilla vs Kong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of the weaker ones. But still pretty fun, I thought.
Yeah.
Number 9, I've got Brothers.
Is this? Oh, who is
Yes,
it?
that's the correct reaction. Because who remembers this? No one. It went straight to Prime. It's got Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin,
That's it.
and also Glenn Close and Brendan Fraser.
Why?
Brendan Fraser's pretty fun in this. I like Brendan Fraser. It got some major boost because of Brendan Fraser's performance. He was very fun in this. But it's not adding anything.
No.
Most of the jokes don't land. It's not very fun. Yeah, it's just a bit of a nothing streaming movie. End of the day. So yeah, that's why it's number. It's again, it's not terrible.
No.
But that's why it's only number 9.
Well, it sounds like
It's not great. I wouldn't recommend watching it
no.
if you had literally nothing to do and you
could
you have Amazon Prime. Then
maybe.
you watch a new thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But no.
Let's watch something else.
Number 9 for you, Robert.
Red One. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
Before. And again, I didn't hate it. It's the same with Godzilla, but I'm tired of The Rock, and I'm tired of him playing the same character. And I thought Chris Evans was just a bit annoying in it.
He wasn't in this. He was an elf.
What?
He was an elf.
Yeah, but he was like.
There's a theory. You know that bit where he goes really small?
Yeah.
There's a theory that's his actual size. And he's that's gimmick. His big. That's not his actual. Because he's an elf. They're all elves.
Okay, I maybe like it more if that's true. But it was like it's great to have a new Christmas film. Don't get me wrong, and I know people who really liked it, and I can see why. It's got some really fun moments in it.
It's not
and
the
they do
worst
some really
Christmas film I've seen this year.
No, you don't say.
That may come up later.
But yeah, it's just again, it's the same sort of action adventure film.
I don't know what's wrong with this water bottle.
A lot.
So much.
But yeah, it was. I just thought it was just whatever.
Just whatever. Yeah. I was pretty much the same. I think it was probably number 11 on the list.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Yep.
The Crow. This is probably the one I'm most disappointed by.
Yeah.
Because I do like The Crow, like the first one with Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
I think you probably could have made this like a legacy sequel.
Yeah.
In some way, just carry on the legacy. Take the mantle instead of just making it a remake, which technically is what it is.
Yeah.
There's some good action sequences. The gore's pretty good. But the biggest thing for me is that it doesn't start becoming like The Crow until Act 3.
Right. So
We get like the best action sequence, and then there's like 10 more minutes, and then and then you're done. It's done, and you've taken so long to get to this point of actual pretty good stuff, and then it just ends.
So what's the point of the first two acts?
So what is the point? What is the point? I like Bill Skarsgård. I think he's a good actor. I liked him when I eventually got around to seeing Boy Kills World, which I thought was a bit of fun, and I can't wait to see what he does with Nosferatu tomorrow.
Dun-dun-dun.
I won't be watching it tomorrow.
No, me neither.
I need to see it where the sun is out.
Looks so scary.
I will watch We Live in Time tomorrow because it's a nice snuggly, sad, warm film. But yeah, it's so disappointing, The Crow. But it's got some pretty good stuff in it. Your number 8, Robert.
The Garfield movie.
Oh, okay.
Again, I didn't hate it, but it just wasn't Garfield. It was just every other sort of standard animated adventure where something happens and they've got to go on a journey to find it, and for some reason Samuel L. Jackson's his dad.
His deadbeat dad,
and it's Chris Pratt again, and like I was looking forward to it because I knew it wasn't going to be fantastic, but I thought it's just a bit of fun with animation, and I really like animation. And it was just, it's just like every other film. And one of my friends that I saw it with, we were just like, well, what was the point of that? Just a bit disappointed by it, really. It just, whatever. I didn't find it very funny either. Although Hannah Waddingham was in it, and she was really good in it, and she has a song that plays through the credits, which I was obsessed with.
Yay!
That was the best part. Was in the credits that they cut out of the film. That was really annoying. She's supposed to have a musical number, but they put it in the credits.
Okay.
That was good. But yeah, Garfield the movie in it.
For me, we're getting to the real schlock now. Are we on number 7?
Yeah.
Joker Folie à Deux.
Oh no.
Joker, second Joker. Joker, he's not the Joker. Joker, Harley Quinn, sort of in this. It's giving you a hay fever talking about Joker.
Joker, what the fuck is the point?
Basically, if Joker 2 says that if you liked the first Joker, you're an idiot and no one likes you. And subsequently, if you like Joker Folie à Deux, you're an idiot and no one likes you. Sorry to everyone who liked Joker 2, but you're wrong. It's not a good film. It's not many, like a vocal minority, probably. But it just couldn't decide what it wanted to be.
Nope.
It didn't make a call. Are you a musical? Are you a courtroom drama? Are you a superhero film?
Can't be all three.
You can't be all three. and while you were trying to do all three, you failed at being all three, because it's not a very good courtroom drama. It's not a very good musical, and it's not a superhero film. No. It's not a comic book movie. No, it's got nothing to do with it. And it just made me sad. Yeah. It just made me very sad because now no one wants to see the Joker anymore. Now we have to have a break from the Joker. And does that mean we'll ever see Barry Keoghan as the Joker in Matt Reeves' Batman?
I'm not that bothered, if I'm honest.
I'd see him in part 3, not in part 2.
I don't want him to be a main villain, though. I feel like
No, he
we
has
don't
to be.
need
He
that.
has to be. It's the Joker. He has to be a main
Yeah.
villain. He's not a side thing.
No, he's not a side thing. That's true. Dunno. Just feel like the Joker just needs a bit of a rest. Everyone keeps trying.
Well, he'll be getting a rest because if he's the villain in part 3, then we're never getting. We're seeing part 3 in about 15 years' time.
2027.
Get
Part
pushed
2.
back to 2027.
I don't get it.
Although James Gunn did put it very bluntly that there's a lot of
Behind the scenes stuff.
a lot of like big gaps between sequels.
Yeah.
There was a big gap between Terminator 1 and 2, big gap between Alien 1 and 2, big gap between Guardians 2 and 3.
Yeah, big gap between Beetlejuice 1 and 2.
Very big gap. Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. Tron and Tron Legacy.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
After 10 years, it becomes a legacy sequel.
Yeah,
Don't
so
get to
don't do
legacy
that,
sequel
please,
bit.
'cause
Because
everyone
then
wants it.
but the Batman Part 2 is technically a legacy sequel. And I like Robert Pattinson as Batman,
yeah.
and he's not getting any younger.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
And if you set it like a month after the first one, and it's been 7 years, nearly 7 years.
Oh no! Please don't do that.
Anyway, Joker Folie Idea, that's my number 7.
That's how not great it was. Is that we were talking.
We
about
talked
other
about
DC
we wanted to
projects
talk
that
about
we
something
like,
else. Yeah.
And want more from. Yeah, that sums it up
Yeah.
completely. Really. Number 7, Harold and the Purple Crayon. Yes, I did go to the
You
cinema.
saw
to see
you
this.
went to see Harold and the. You're one of the reasons that you made at least some money.
Yeah, and I regret my decision. Although, again, like I didn't hate it, but it was just a standard family film. Yeah, I don't. And since then, I can't stand Zachary Levi.
I wonder why.
Yeah, so I don't care. It was because I didn't go to the cinemas specifically to see it. I was seeing something else on the same day, but I had a free day, so I was like, might as well use up my pass. What's on that I haven't seen? Harold and the Purple Crayon, whatever. And then I watched it, and it was whatever. Zooey Deschanel's in it. Like
Okay.
Zooey Deschanel.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, because it was just a nothing film. Some kids will probably love it. But the animated sequence at the start was quite good.
Why wasn't it just animated?
It should have just been animated, to be fair. Looked a lot better.
Based on a child.
Yep.
Why didn't you just do a child with a crown and have it make them
Yeah, instead of Zachary.
instead of Zachary Levi as a child again, completing the trilogy of Zachary Levi as a child.
What everyone wanted to see.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Baghead.
This is a horror film, right?
It is a horror film that came out earlier in the year.
You went to see a horror film?
Yes, because at the time I was doing a radio show with one of my friends at university.
Right.
And on the show we reviewed 3 films every week.
Right.
One of them that week was Baghead.
So you were forced.
And I'm happy to report it's a bad horror movie. Well, no, it's not necessarily bad, it's just generic and boring and dull. And you just know what's going to happen. And it's just, and I'm not going to be scared by it because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't like when I saw Thanksgiving last year and I fainted.
Oh no! Oh my god!
There were other things contributing to that.
Right, okay.
I'd had too much popcorn. My belt was too tight.
Yikes.
He had like he'd cooked a human and then was serving it like
Yeah.
turkey. Yeah, there was a lot of things going on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Mm.
That's insane. Did you faint in your seat?
Yes.
So
No. It's,
did it,
look,
no
I'd just
one
fallen
really-
asleep.
Yeah.
But I woke up and they'd gotten away for that scene finished,
Right,
so
okay,
it was
thank
fine.
God,
And I
yeah.
was still aware of sort of what's going on.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
Oh no.
Anyway, Baghead's not like that because it's not a good horror movie. It's just boring.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about it, really.
You're gonna not really. You'll think this is too high. My number 6 is Madam Web.
Yeah. Why? What? Yeah. Why isn't it higher?
Because it it was so bad that I kind of enjoyed it because of that.
It was one of those so bad it's good for you.
And like the press campaign and stuff made it a bit more funny, and Dakota Johnson just sort of like embraced how kind of rubbish it was.
Did she? I thought she was just phoning it in.
Yeah, she was.
You know what? I'll leave my opinions. It may still be on my list. I'll leave my opinions. I won't say much.
Yeah, it's still bad. I gave it like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, it's on the 10 worst list.
Yeah, but I wasn't bored by it necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I was sort of entertained, but not in a good way, but not in a way that I'd hated either.
Yeah.
Weird. I was entertained by it because it was that bad. That's my thoughts on Madam Web. There we go.
Great.
Number 6.
Is it number 6?
Is it number 5?
It's number 5.
Number 5.
We've just done number 6. Number 5. The Union.
What is this?
This was a Netflix original.
Says everything.
Action comedy, and in the same vein as Baghead.
Yeah.
It's a dull and boring and generic action comedy.
Yay.
Starring Mark Wahlberg, Halle Berry, both of which are just saying lines to each other.
Oh.
Nothing behind it. This is just a paycheck for them. And J.K. Simmons, who was all right in it.
Oh, okay. That's
So at least J.K. Simmons got paid well for it.
Can I rely on him?
Yeah, it's got nothing to it. It's just nothing. It's a nothing film.
Yeah. Thanks.
And that's all I gotta say about that.
My number 5 is Borderlands.
Still too low in my you've seen 4 movies that are worse, in your opinion, than Madam Web and Borderlands.
Yep.
Continue.
Borderlands is stupid, dumb. It's not funny. It's a bland action film that I think kind of tries-ish to try and be like funny and quick, but it's not. It's trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy. It's trying to be I don't even know. It just feels like a Guardians of the Galaxy rip-off, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Suicide Squad-esque sort of, but nothing like that. Cate Blanchett's really good in it, although everyone hates that she was in it because she's nothing like the character from the video games, which I understand.
Everyone's so old.
Everyone is so old in it, which
so
doesn't make
old.
sense. So I thought she gave a good performance, but apart from that, that was it. And I every other character I hated, especially Jack Black. I know that you're all right with his character, but every time he came on screen, I just wished someone like blew him up. Just like I can't listen to that anymore. Just him spew these really unfunny jokes, and that was all his character did. And Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. Why?
Because everyone's old. They were going with the theme. Everyone's old.
Let's take this beloved, really cool video game that could have been a really cool, like visually.
And let's announce Borderlands 4 straight after.
Yeah.
Because we know this is going to be a success.
Imagine if Phil Lord and Chris Miller would have done this. Imagine that.
Imagine
either
that.
animated or live action. They would have. That's what they should have done. But no. Was it Eli Roth that did it?
It was Eli Roth.
And it was
Boo to Eli Roth.
My friend that I saw it with said it was the worst film he's ever seen. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
That was my number 5.
4. Dear Santa.
Oh,
Not been a great year for Jack Black. I'm gonna say.
No.
I am a Jack Black stan.
Yeah,
I love
still like him.
everything Jack Black does. I just really enjoy him. And he's all right in this. I've talked about it before. Everything else can get in the bin. Dialogue's bad. Performances are bad. Premise is interesting, but is done terribly. There's not much more I can say about it. I don't like thinking about it.
No.
It's the worst Christmas film I've ever seen, and I've seen Santa with muscles. At least that's sort of shit, but good.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't watch it.
My mum wanted
Paramount
to
Plus
watch
is going to make you want to
Yeah.
watch it. Don't watch it.
It's everywhere. My mum was like, "Oh, I really want to watch that Dear Santa one with Jack Black," and I said no, and I forced her to watch Wonka again instead.
Yeah, I do Wonka. Wonka's good.
Brilliant. It's Christmassy vibes.
Exactly.
My number 4 is I don't even know what the full title is off the top of my head.
Oh, dear.
The the Sandy Cheeks movie.
Oh, that one.
Bikini Bottom. The Save Bikini Bottom, the movie.
That SpongeBob SquarePants movie went straight to Netflix.
SpongeBob 4, technically.
That everyone hated.
Because it's shit.
That's why I avoided it.
I wanted to watch it because, like, SpongeBob, how bad could it be? Because, to be honest, I've enjoyed the other ones to a certain extent. The first one is incredible. The second one is whatever. The third one I actually quite liked.
Which one are you saying is the first one?
The SpongeBob SquarePants
The SpongeBob
movie.
SquarePants movie.
Then SpongeBob Out of Water, which didn't deliver on its promise. They're out of water for 10 minutes. But they should have just not done that anyway and kept it to...
Is it a metaphorical out of water?
Basically, I think so. And then Sponge on the Run, which I quite enjoyed.
Which one is Keanu Reeves in?
Sponge on the Run. He's Tumbleweed in that. Sage, that's his name.
It's a tumbleweed.
Quite like that one, but this one...
You won't do a Marvel movie, but it'll do. It'll be a...
Sage.
It'll be a sage.
He's a wise sage.
Sage.
In SpongeBob 3. But yeah, it's really bad. It's not funny, and there's just... The characters just are not... I guess Patrick's, like, kind of funny still-ish, but it's dumb. The villains are terrible. Oh my god, the villains in this film are scarring. Wanda Sykes has her head on a robot, and it's the worst CGI computer animation you've ever seen, and it is disturbing. And yeah, Sandy Cheeks, the movie, the Bikini Bottom movie. 4.
So you don't recommend it?
No. and then Christmas next year we've got the 5th SpongeBob film.
But everyone's real excited for that.
And they've changed the animation again.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that one. Number 3.
Why can't we just have a SpongeBob movie that's like the original SpongeBob animation?
The one that everyone loves.
One everyone loves.
No, for some reason they've got to change it up
Everyone's
each
got to look
time.
different. Okay, fine. I mean, why do you even bother? The first one is just so good.
Yep.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Why?
Take it from The Simpsons. They did one and that's it.
I would like a second Simpsons movie.
It would be quite good.
Just a
maybe
cap.
not now.
Do a second Simpsons movie and then that's it. It's the end.
Maybe not now.
I'd say they should have ended it after the first Simpsons movie.
Yeah, that
Don't
would
make
have been
any
a good
more. They've not really
grand
made
finale.
any more good stuff.
No. Since 2007.
Since season 9, really.
Oh,
Anyway, my number 3, Borderlands. It's crap.
Yeah.
It's crap. I like Ariana Greenblatt in it somewhat as just a little murdering psychopath.
Yeah.
And as I've said, I did enjoy Jack Black's performance as Claptrap. I think he was a good choice for Claptrap. Yeah, everything else is crap. It's just a crap movie, innit? It's just one of those movies that's just crap. And
it took the video game and didn't do what fans loved about it.
Yes. They didn't do what every other video game adaptation is doing these days, which is just adapting the video game. Just do the thing. You know why The Last of Us was so successful? Because it just did the video game.
Same with Mario.
Same with Mario. Mario had a simple premise, and that's why it was easy to do. Sonic the Hedgehog's done that.
Hedgehog. Exactly.
Another one.
There is something else, I think.
Twisted Metal.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's on Paramount Plus.
That'll be one.
It's a PlayStation exclusive one.
Fallout. People really like Fallout.
Fallout. People really like Fallout. But this is in the same vein as Halo, in which it's just you've completely done it wrong.
Oh, yikes! Ding.
I think the only thing people have problems with Halo is that the action isn't very good, and Master Chief takes his helmet off. I would say you fucked it up when you took Master Chief's helmet off. You know that guy whose face no one knows what it looks like? You know why? Because he never takes his helmet off.
Does in this one.
Have you seen Dredd? You've seen Dredd. Does he take his helmet off? No, it works.
What about the Sylvester Stallone one?
Don't count. It's not a good one.
His lovely squished up, pouty face.
He's got the chin for it. I'll give Stallone. He had the chin for it.
Apart from
I think Carl Urban also had the chin for it.
yeah.
And all you see is his chin.
And that's why we like it.
Yeah, Borderlands is crap. Anyway, moving on. You're number 3.
Descendants: The Rise of Red. Descendants 4.
Yeah, I heard that wasn't good.
Yeah. I know your sister quite likes it.
She doesn't.
And I well, she said that it was all right, and I went on at her for about 20 minutes about why it wasn't good. I mansplained to her why Descendants 4 wasn't very good.
Is mansplaining different when you're gay?
Probably not.
No, it's not the same.
But I hated this because I love Descendants. I love the first
I
three.
do like the first one.
The songs are so good, and they're not like good pieces of filmmaking, but they are what they are, and I really like them for that. So I was looking forward that they were doing another one. Rubbish. The worst story that doesn't make any sense. The worst songs that are terribly. Rita Ora is in it as the Queen of Hearts, and she's not very good. And so the whole premise is that they go back in time to stop the Queen of Hearts from being evil. But when they go to the past, little Queen of Hearts is American, but in the future is Rita Ora doing a British accent. So it makes absolutely no sense.
Rita Ora doesn't need to do a British accent.
No, but
she is British.
She is British, but she's not even doing an American accent to fit with, or like the person who's playing her younger self isn't doing a British accent.
Maybe saying American accent, it's like working class. And
yeah.
Once you learn elocution, you sound British.
Yes.
Because that's how elocution works. It just makes you sound British.
Yeah. But yeah, and then the story is just they have to like stop like the younger versions of the villains who are in high school that all know each other, and like they have to stop them from giving the Queen of Hearts like this cake, and it just sort of ends like in the middle of this plot, and it doesn't make any sense, and I hate it. It's really bad, and it crushed my soul. It did really well on Disney Plus, so I think they're making another one.
Great.
Which I will watch.
Yeah, because you're a whore to the system. You're a sucker. You're a sucker for Disney. Disney's got you.
I'm weak.
Which is fair. They've got me also.
Yes.
They bought Marvel and Star Wars. They have me for life.
Yeah.
I can't not have Disney
No,
Plus.
exactly.
Although they have gotten rid of the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, for some reason.
I don't know why.
Well, Dial of Destiny's on there.
Yeah. The only one that Disney has technically made. I quite like Dial of Destiny. So I'm fine.
I like Dial of Destiny too, but everyone else hates it. Number 2.
Number 2, and let me tell you, it's been what a year it's been for Sony. Because my number 2 is Kraven the Hunter. If you recall, the last podcast we did, we were talking about Kraven the Hunter and how bad the film was. So, and yeah, the film. It's bad. It real bad. That's why it's number 2, because it's real bad. Yeah, don't watch it.
No.
It's still in cinemas. Don't watch it. Let it bomb.
Yeah.
Let it bomb like all the others.
Shouldn't still be in cinemas because I don't think anyone's seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not.
Let it bomb. Let it bomb. Also, some honourable mentions before we get to our. You get to your number 2 and we get to our number 1s. Some films that we probably haven't seen but are probably crap. I haven't seen Mufasa. I hear it's crap.
It's okay.
I hear it's crap.
It's not terrible.
No, it's
the
crap.
songs are good.
Well, that doesn't. That's not going to make me flood to the cinemas.
No.
And also, we both thought that Megalopolis was fine.
Yeah, but the more we thought about it,
but the more you think about it, the more you hate it. And that's also been a big bomb. That's probably the biggest of the year.
And it
was it 120 million?
Yeah.
Box office 14 million.
That's like
shite. It's so shite. Anyway, number 2, Robert. Well, I've gotten that out.
Number 2. I just had it in my head and it's gone.
You have a list, do you not?
Thunderman's Return.
What?
The straight to Paramount Plus sequel film to the kind of popular Nickelodeon TV show from 2015, The Thundermans.
The Thundermans?
Yeah.
Not the Thunderbirds?
Not Thundermans, it's a superhero family.
Oh, okay.
And they did a film nearly 10 years later, and we all went round to one of my friends' house to watch it, because they'd all grown up with it, and I just wanted to go around to see my friends.
And he was strapped down to a chair. Said, "We'll watch this."
None of us liked it. It was really bad and stupid and dumb, and they've just made a series spinning off of it.
Great.
So that was crap.
And the series is crap also, is it?
Well, I think the series was better.
We're back. We got a major thing, and the thing stopped recording, so isn't that fun?
We recorded a good 20 minutes.
A good decent 20 minutes. I don't even know what this sounds like. Is anything working? I don't know if anything is working. I think we're fine. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, anyway, you were on the Thundermans. What number was that for you?
2, I think.
It was number 2.
Yeah.
Let's try and keep an eye on this time. Number 2. My number 2 is Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Your number 2, was that your number 2? The Thundermans was your number 2.
Number 2. Number 1 was Kraven.
His number 1 was also Kraven. So my number 1 was Madam Web.
Yeah.
I had a full rant.
Yeah.
That you're not gonna hear.
But you can hear it on last week's episode.
Yes, you can. It was pretty much the same.
Yeah, like our thoughts on Kraven and Madam Web are already out there.
Yes, so go listen.
Yeah.
So on the last episode we talked about Sony. It was fine.
An experience.
An experience, yeah. So I got it off my chest. So and I'm not talking about Madam Web anymore. I made a promise.
I was gonna say.
I promise. And we made it midway through talking about good films, which we'll be happy to talk about more about again. I'm not going to go through my honourable mentions because I'm quite tired now.
Just know that there were a lot of films that.
Just know that they were pretty good.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Right. So, your number 10, Robert.
My 10 was The Wild Robot, which I loved. We've already spoken about this before.
Mm-hmm.
We both saw it. And it's just a gorgeous animated film with brilliant messages, wonderful characters. It's hilarious. It's really sweet. It's all about identity and that all that jazz. And I loved it, and that's why it's my number 10. So yeah.
My number 10 was. I'm so flustered now. Everything's gone wrong.
We're okay.
We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be. It's gonna be so fine.
Yeah.
My number 10 was Civil War. I just think it was a very good snapshot of where America is today, and a very realistic look at what a Civil War in America in the modern day could look like, and having it told through a journalist's eyes and a photographer's eyes, I think was a good idea. A lot of great performances and a lot of great sequences in it as well.
Yeah.
Your number 9, Robert.
Mine was Nora.
Mm-hmm.
Which we've also spoken about, but I think about it more. I've thought about it more since I've seen it, and I just think it's brilliant. And Mickey Madison, not what you said in the first recording.
I miss her. It was a great joke. Would have been great if it was in the podcast. I made a great joke because I misheard Robert and I thought you said Mickey Mouse instead of Mickey Madison. So then we had a whole thing of what if Mickey Mouse was a Nora in Nora.
Nicora. That's what it'd be. But yeah, it's really good. And I love it a lot. And I would like to watch it again to get some of the things that I didn't get maybe the first time around.
He's got PTSD from it now, but it was funny. You also thought it was funny.
It's funny.
My number 9 was The Substance. I just thought it was, as not a fan of horror, it was just a very good body horror film. Just so excellent in its presentation, in how it presented itself. All the performances in it are great. Demi Moore's great. Margaret Qualley's great. She's had an incredible year this year. And I can't wait to see what she does in the future. I will be there for it. It's just so beautifully stylized.
Yeah.
Everything about it is just so beautiful until it's not.
Yeah.
And it's just got so many moments that you want to turn away, but you just can't. I just think it's so brilliant for that.
Yeah.
I really do. So yeah, my number 9, The Substance, just a very excellent film. Tis.
My number 8 is Furiosa and Max Saga. I was saying that
Alex Garland, that's the Civil War. George Miller, yeah, who directed Happy Feet 1 and 2. So it's hilarious that he's directed these films. Like his visuals are just untouched, in my opinion. From his use of like gold and chrome and silver, it's just so atmospheric and not really like anything else. Like it's a steampunk sort of.
Yeah, it's very much his own style.
Yeah, and it's fantastic, and I just loved it. I thought the story was brilliant, and it very much felt like a saga, like going through her life. And yeah, I'm just sad that it didn't, because we might not get another one, because I think he was planning on doing another one, but because of the box office, I'm not sure if we're going to get it. But we've got 2 really great ones, so at least we've got them.
Hopefully, it'll gain an audience over time, just like Fury Road did.
Yeah, hopefully.
Pretty much the same. Most Mad Max films don't make money at all.
No, that's true.
True. Were you still on number 8, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard to know. It's been a very difficult podcast recording.
Oh, God.
Oh, good God.
Good God.
My number 8 is Inside Out 2. What was that supposed to be? Oh, I can hear you now. Well done. All right, calm down. Just calm down.
It's angry Inside Out theme.
When she becomes a punk rocker. Yeah, I absolutely adore the first Inside Out. I think it's such an important film. I think it should be taught in schools, and this one is no different. It really hit me where I lived, as someone who has had a lot of anxiety before and has experienced an anxiety attack, and just to see what might be going on in your head when that is happening was just incredible to see. I liked where other characters went, where they took Riley. I think it's just Pixar's very good at doing excellent sequels.
Yeah.
And this is just another stellar, excellent sequel by Pixar.
Definitely.
And Elio is the new one next year.
Yeah.
It looks somewhat pretty interesting.
We'll see.
So we'll see if, a new thing that they do actually, pans out and works and makes them money.
Yeah.
and maybe wins an Oscar.
Maybe. You never know.
I don't think Inside Out 2 will win the Oscar this year.
It will either.
If it's not The Wild Robot, I'll be very surprised.
There's quite a few contenders.
But we're hoping for Wallace and Gromit.
Yes, I'd love it. I don't think it will be, but I'd love it if it was.
Imagine if it does, though.
Well, it's already got one. That's the thing that makes me think.
Vengeance Most Foul?
No, because of the Were-Rabbit won Best Animated Feature. So that makes me think.
And all the others except for A Grand Day Out have won Best Animated Short.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair. That's true. But it was a lot less common.
So, Nick Park doesn't really need any more Oscars.
That's a massive flex. I could take it or leave it, really.
Just like John Williams doesn't need any more Oscars.
I'd love it if it was. I really would. But
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it'll be Wild Robot.
Anyway, your number 7.
Love Lies Bleeding. Kristen Stewart's one. This was one that had a lot of hype at the time, and then sort of died down. Not many people sort of talked about it when it came out, although I did see it a little bit after it was released.
I did see it a bit late, but
Yeah.
I did eventually see it, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yes, I loved it. I can't, if I'm honest, I can't remember it that well because I only saw it once, and it was when it got released in the UK. But I just remember absolutely loving it at the time. It's just like it's a wild sort of like Thelma and Louise sort of type story, but instead of they're actually like lovers instead. And I was glad to see actual good LGBT representation. Again, this year got that right, I think. And I thought both of the Kristen Stewart, and I can't remember, it's Kelly something, but I thought they were brilliant and they had amazing chemistry. And I just loved the whole thing. It was darkly comedic in elements. I thought the direction was fantastic. Like blended the fantastical with reality, and I thought it worked really well.
I thought it was very much the opposite of Drive Away Dolls.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's a good way to look
on one
at it.
spectrum, you got Drive Away Dolls. On the other side, you got Love Lies Bleeding.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But yeah,
which
I loved
gay
it.
road trip do you prefer?
Yeah, Love Lies Bleeding.
That was your number 7.
Yes.
My number 7 was Monkey Man.
Oh no.
People may say that this has been the year of the sequels, but for me, I think it's been could also rename it the year of the directorial debuts.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because Anna Kendrick made hers with Woman of the Hour, very good. Zoe Kravitz made hers with Blink Twice, also very good. And my number 7 was Dev Patel's first directorial effort.
Yeah.
In a film he's always wanted to make. 'Cause he always wanted to be in like a full-blown action film.
Yeah.
Monkey Man, and it is brilliant. It is so action packed, and the action is so stellar, and the way it works towards it, and all the different characters in it and its setting, I think is incredible. The lighting is exceptional. The camera work is out of this world. It's great. Love the story behind it. I think it's got one up on the first on John Wick. Like it's got action similar to John Wick.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's got more of a story behind it than John Wick normally does.
Yeah, I see that.
So I think definitely worth a watch, Monkey Man. I think it's on Sky Cinema now.
Yeah,
so
I think it is.
you got Sky Cinema, go and give it a watch.
Give it a whirl. And we'll give it a watch.
Your number 6, Robert.
Kinds of Kindness.
Kinds of Kindness.
Yorgos Lanthimos coming off of Poor Things, very soon producing another film after the whirlwind that was Poor Things. And I really loved this film. A lot of people really didn't, but I did, because I think there's something about it that they just got so right. The tone was just so right. Again, it's like darkly comedic, and the stories are each quite disturbing. There are things that are sort of revealed about each one, but I just thought that it was so unique and unlike anything I'd seen. It's an anthology. And like the performances were great, and they're all just sort of these bizarre little stories, but each one means so much in terms of what it's talking about. And each one of them is, in my opinion, they just got better and better.
Yeah.
But you took something away from each one, and they all sort of ended poignantly, and I was just really impressed, and I was lucky enough to see it with people that shared the same opinion.
Yeah.
So that we all talked about it and said how much we loved it and everything. I do want to watch it again, but the only thing is it's very long. It's 2 hours 45, I believe, and it's on Disney Plus, so I can watch it. But it's just having
you have no
that time.
excuse.
Yeah. But I loved it, and again, Emma Stone. I think Emma Stone is brilliant in everything, and again, she plays. I think she's in all 3, or is she only in 2 of the stories?
Oh yeah, because it's multiple story kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Pulp Fiction sort of.
Yeah, it is like that. But I'm not sure if she's in the first story or not. I can't remember. But her performances are so like chameleon. They're so opposite from each other, and the same with everyone. To be honest, in it, they're playing very different characters each time. I just thought it was excellent and a brilliant piece of filmmaking that unfortunately was very much overlooked. But yeah, that's my number 6. Your number 6.
It is The Apprentice.
Oh,
This has become a lot more important
Yes, it has.
due to current events.
Yeah.
This is an absolutely stunning film. It gets so many things so right.
Mhm.
And Sebastian Stan's given 2 incredible performances this year for this and A Different Man.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if he doesn't win anything for either of them.
Yeah.
Because he's incredible in both of them, and he's incredible in this
Mhm.
as well. I've gone back and rewatched this since. I
Mhm.
watched it in cinemas. It's still just as good.
Yeah.
It still hits just as hard. It is still just as important for people to watch this film,
Mhm.
and for Americans to know the mistake you have made. Because this guy is a bad person, and he has always been a bad person.
Always will be.
Donald Trump, I mean, not Sebastian Stan.
No. Yeah.
Sebastian Stan seems like a wonderful person.
Polar opposites.
Yeah, he seems very nice. I mean, you saw him at Comic-Con.
Did see him at Comic. I was very lucky to see that.
He seems. Did he seem quite lovely?
Yes, he was very lovely.
He was lovely. There you go.
Yeah.
You're number 5, Robert.
Blink Twice, which you've already mentioned today, is Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut. I feel like we've talked about it before as well on the podcast. I think maybe.
No, it was just before we
just
started the podcast.
Yeah. But I loved it
Mm-hmm.
a lot. I gave it 5 stars, and I didn't expect to give it that.
Yes.
But I think, and it was one that like a lot of people like it, but I don't think necessarily people love it and think it's like incredible. But I saw it with one of my friends, and there's a woman, so like obviously it meant so much to her to see a vision that was so like outspoken and so brutal and so honest. And I think that's what the film was all about. Is it was very like jarring and uncomfortable, but I think that was sort of the point.
Yeah.
And that's why I like appreciated it. And half of it is what this one film, and then the other half is a full blown like horror film near the end. And I just thought it was fantastic. I thought Naomi Ackie was phenomenal and should be in more things because of how good she was in this. I know she's been in Star Wars and stuff, but obviously didn't do anything with Janna in Star Wars. What a shame.
It's so unfortunate.
And I thought that Channing Tatum
was also great in it as
fantastic
well.
performance. Yeah, so
I think for someone's first first film, incredible.
Definitely. We were just blown. I think it's because like we expected to like it, but we didn't really know anything about it or anything, and we were just blown away by it. And the ending was just like we were like did a little applause at the end because we were like that is incredible. But I loved it. I know it won't be on a lot of people's like top 10s, but it was just a film that I really appreciated, and yeah, liked it a lot. Your number 5, top 5 territory.
It is The Fall Guy.
Oh, that I'm glad that's on the list.
Yeah, I just it's probably not going to be again like Blink Twice. Probably not going to be on many's top 10, but just really spoke to me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's got great action. I think it was very funny.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, I think were great together.
Yeah.
It's got a stellar supporting cast: Hannah Waddingham, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
All you need to say is Hannah Waddingham, and
Winston
that's it.
Duke's in
Winston
it.
Duke.
Everyone loves a bit of Winston Duke in their life.
Should be more
M'Baku,
things. Yeah.
My King.
He's so good.
And I just like how it's it's an appreciation of stunt performers, stuntmen and stunt work, and the effort that goes into it. They did so many stunts for real in this, which is just so nice to see.
Yeah.
And I just think the story's great. It's got a lot of very funny beats, a lot of great action moments.
Definitely.
I just think it's very, very, very good.
Yeah.
It's a shame no one else saw it.
It was a shame.
Yeah, and I knew it was going to be that way because I saw this while I was on holiday in America. I went to a big cinema to see it. Nice experience to go to America to see a film in America.
Definitely.
And I think it was just me and an old couple.
That's so odd, though. Like, I don't understand what drives people to see some films but not others. It's like it's an action film with Ryan Gosling just coming off
and Emily Blunt as well.
Ryan Gosling just coming off of Barbie, where everyone loved him.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't see how this didn't. No one
I don't get
want
it.
to see this.
I don't get it. And some people really hate this film. I know some people that say it's like one of the worst films ever made, and I think
Wow.
watch other films.
Broaden your horizons, bitch.
Take the stick out of your arse.
Yes, live a little.
Yeah, I'm glad you put that on there because I
Mm.
really like that film.
Anyway, you're number 4, Robert.
Sing Sing, which again I've spoken about, but I just thought it was incredible. Like, I didn't really know what it was about, but I think it's a very important film about the importance of
Being earnest. They may perform that one.
The importance of rehabilitation
Mm.
and using prison as a way to help people get better rather than to destroy their lives, basically. And one of my favourite parts about this film was the fact that the majority of the cast were actual prisoners who had been in the drama rehabilitation program or have been in drama rehabilitation programs in prisons, and they were all incredible. I had no idea. I thought they were all just actors, just supporting actors, but for a lot of them, this was their first film, and it was just incredible, and it's so emotional, and like the main, like the second lead in it, that was his first film, and he's from a drama rehabilitation program, and he was incredible. And Coleman Domingo as well, he plays the main character, and Coleman Domingo is brilliant in everything, and I loved him in that as well. His performance was so layered, and it's not what you think it is, and I just loved the whole thing, and it was just so brilliant and meaningful, and really captured like how sacred life is and to live it and everything. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's probably on
Find somewhere
find somewhere
to watch it.
I don't think
They may re-release it in cinemas if it gets a lot
Maybe.
of Oscars.
Yeah,
That's normally how it works.
yeah. I hope it gets
Mhm.
awards because it's very good. Number 5 for you.
Number 4, you mean?
Number 4 for you. We've gone insane.
You've already mentioned it. I thought it was a lot better. It's The Wild Robot.
Wild Robot.
I think this was absolutely excellent. The art and animation style stood out and blew me away.
Yeah.
The story's so heartfelt and impactful. It's got so many funny moments. The voice cast is great. Catherine O'Hara's great in it. Lupita Nyong'o as the Wild Robot is great.
Yeah.
I liked Pedro Pascal as Fink.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill's in this. Try and
He
guess
is.
which one he is. Because he's a good voice actor. You won't
Very
know
good
it's Mark
voice actor.
Hamill.
Yeah.
Of course, I forget his name. The guy who's the beaver.
Yeah.
Him. He's my favourite voice actor ever. He's got
Are
such
you
a
sure?
great Matt Berry.
That's
Matt
it.
Berry. Matt Berry's such a great voice. I love him in everything.
Yeah.
And it's just such a beautiful film, and one of the best animated movies I've seen in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Since at least last year when I saw Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Year and a half.
Or Marcel the show she was on.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. Anyway, we're getting down to the nitty gritty now.
Top 3.
The bronze medal.
Gotta stretch.
Stretch up. Yes. What is your number 3, Robert?
Challenges.
You liked it that much, did you?
Fucking love challenges.
All right, calm down.
I mean, I was already like hooked when I saw the trailer, but the actual film itself, I think a lot of people from the trailer would have just assumed that it's like all this like romantic drama comedy, which it is, but not have the thought and the dedication put into it that it does. I think people just sort of would have cast it as sounds like your run-of-the-mill rom-com type film. It isn't. It's so much more than that, and it's so well shot. The chemistry in this film is unlike any other. Like, I can't even describe. It's like the actors like have known each other for years and years and years, but between all of them, you know, between the two guys and then Zendaya and each of them, it works so well, and it is the most, to quote Galinda, scandalocious film.
Scandalocious.
Scandalocious. And I loved every second of it. Just the drama and the tension. That final tennis sequence.
Yeah. Incredible.
I've never seen anything like it, and I was genuinely like Zendaya is at the end when she's on the edge of a seat, and the ending and what that means when they hug each other, and it's just all the way through.
That's tennis, man.
That's tennis.
That's tennis.
I've never been so invested in tennis in my life.
Tennis is a pretty good sport. I like tennis.
Definitely. But and Zendaya, Mike Feist, and Callum something. Really like him, obviously, because I can remember his name. Put them in the mix, and it's
magic.
The steamiest tennis film ever, and it's
so
brilliant.
steamy.
And Lucina Guadagnino, is that how you say his name?
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he also did Queer this year.
Did Queer.
With Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I want to see that as well. Loved it. Yeah, your number 3, Josie.
It is a little film called The Outrun.
Oh yeah.
Which I was able to see when I was on my trip to London. It's got Saoirse Ronan in it. I didn't know much about it when going in. I think I'd seen a trailer when I was watching another film.
Yeah.
And sort of forgotten about it, and then I saw that it was on in like an indie cinema. And I said, "Oh well, Saoirse Ronan's in it. I might go and watch it." So Saoirse Ronan got me into the seat.
Well, there you go.
And it's just I was blown away by it. It's just such a beautiful film, such a incredibly important message. It's about the need for alcohol and addiction, and how to overcome addiction, and how to better your life.
Yeah.
And how to be a better person and live life to the fullest, even if you think it's not that. It's such a beautiful film that I recommend anyone watching. Just for Saoirse Ronan's performance as well alone, which is incredible.
I really want to see it.
A lot of people do drunk acting, and a lot of time it's funny.
Yeah.
When Saoirse Ronan does drunk acting, you're depressed.
Yeah.
She gets you there.
Yeah.
It's like it's just so hard to watch her as she's like crumbling with with alcohol abuse. So it was an incredible film to see.
She's amazing.
So that's why it's my number 3.
Very, very nice. Did you watch it?
Your number 2, Robert. Your silver medal
This is
for the year.
The one that I was saving from before, but it's Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, so we can talk about
Went straight to number 2.
Went straight to number 2.
Mine didn't go on the list because I didn't want recency bias to affect my opinions.
That's fine. I do let that happen, and I'm okay
you can
with
tell.
This was just everything that I hoped it would be and more, if I'm honest. From like the opening titles, when the theme song kicked in, and it does the same opening as they do in Curse of the Were-Rabbit with the pictures. I was just I had chills.
When the music started, and I was like, I'm in now. Yes, here we are.
We're back.
Here we go. We back, baby.
And it just everything Wallace and Gromit should be, and they've not lost it. It feels exactly the same. It's cut from the exact same cloth. It's been 16 years since they had their own adventure, and it feels like
it's been 16 years since Mount of Loaf and Death.
Yeah,
that can't be true.
Yeah,
that can't be true.
Can that come out 2008?
No, it did not. I know. I don't believe you.
That's the last time Wallace and Gromit were in anything like their own film.
That was it can't be that long ago.
And it doesn't feel that long ago.
So long ago.
I remember watching that on Christmas Day.
Surely that was like 2013, 2014.
16 years ago. Here we are. But yeah, Norbot is the best creation. Like Wallace's best invention is Norbot.
Well, clearly not.
Not the evil bit,
not the evil bit.
I'm a happy little Norbot. He looked at you hard.
He made a fucking ship, a spaceship that went to the moon in about 20 minutes, and you think Norbot is his greatest invention? Love that bit where he has to go through name all the pictures with cheese on it, and it's got the moon. He's like, do I click that one? And he does, and it's correct.
Yeah, and the return of Feathers McGraw,
Yes,
obviously.
the greatest villain. Not the
Brilliant.
greatest villain on Christmas Day.
No,
but he was pretty good.
no. Sonia takes
Sonia
that title.
takes the biscuit there.
But it's so all the way through. It's just so funny having Peter Kay back as
Yeah, it
well.
was incredible. Yeah.
Always great as PC Macintosh.
Mm.
And just like it's short and sweet and just
And it
so
probably
hard to
probably
compare.
took 5 years to make.
Yes, that canal chase
Yeah.
at the end was phenomenal. We were when he's the nun.
Just this nun going for a pleasure cruise.
Oh, and everyone's
Feathers
obsessed
McGraw,
with his
that master
seal.
of disguise.
The seal
Like
that he's
such a great
oh.
James Bond reference. So many great Northern references
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
definitely.
Like when they're going out of the Yorkshire border, it says Yorkshire border, keep out.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Lancashire border, no, you keep out. And they're taking butter pies
Butter
to
pies,
Yorkshire,
Yeah.
a thing that only people from the north know what is.
Yeah.
Like even other people from Britain don't know what a butter pie
No,
is.
exactly. Which is insane.
It's just got so much heart and love
Yeah.
to it, and it stayed British.
Yeah.
It
hasn't
stayed
lost it
incredibly
at all.
what it is supposed to be.
And it had some surprisingly emotional moments as well at the end. Spoilers, but when Gromit's about to fall off, and
Everyone's seen it.
well, yeah. Well, if you haven't, then get on that.
It'll be on Netflix soon for everyone
Yes.
else outside
If
the
you're
UK.
not, yeah. And then Wallace says, like, I can live without inventing, but I can't live without me best pal. Oh my god. I was like, you didn't have to go that deep.
I'm
But
not,
they
I'm
did.
near tears here. We were like once Gromit fell off, we were like, they're not, are they?
They would
They're
never.
not.
What, so they're just going to be just Wallace?
Just Wallace.
But no,
Wallace,
it was so
Wallace and
good.
Norbot
Wallace and Norbot.
together to the end.
Wallace and Norbot.
Mm.
Yeah, the ending teases more, and I hope we do get more, as long as the time is taken like this one. Not 16 years.
Although I do hear that I think they've pretty much run out of clay for Gromit.
Oh really?
So I think I heard that in an interview.
Oh,
I might be
right.
wrong. Like they've pretty much run out of clay to make Gromit.
Oh, why can they not just get some more? Or reuse the puppets from this one?
Possibly.
Because
they have to have him in. Have to have like a load of them
yeah, definitely.
in different positions.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it I don't know how it works. Maybe
No.
they're fine.
But also compared to other puppets, Gromit's probably like the most simple one to.
He's the most simple one.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a distinct colour.
Yeah.
I think
he
that's
does.
the problem.
People would notice definitely. But I hope that they find a way around that, and I hope they.
I hope we
bring
always
us another day.
have more Wallace and Gromit.
So do I. So do I.
It was a surprise to me family as well because they didn't think it was a feature.
Yeah.
They thought it was
I
just
had
going to be a
friends that
short.
said that, yeah, and then when it was like longer than that, oh my god,
Oh,
it's a film.
it's a treat. That more Wallace and Gromit.
No, it was so good. I loved it so much, and I want to watch it again. Now.
Not now. Wait.
Right now.
No, we're busy.
Your number 2.
My number 2 is Lee,
Oh yes.
a Sky original movie, paid for by Sky.
Yeah.
It's about a female photographer in the Second World War. First name Lee, second name very famous. She's a very famous photographer whose name I've forgotten. And it stars Kate Winslet. And it's absolutely exceptional. It was my first full-on 2024 film, and I gave a 10 out of 10 to.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely perfect. I will scream if Kate Winslet doesn't win anything for a performance because it's just so earth-shatteringly good. It's probably the best performance that I think she's ever given. It has so much to it, and there's so much to this film, and it's just absolutely incredible. yes, it's like a historical sort of thing, and yes, it's a sort of biopic of a person, but it's done in a very interesting way. And I just think it's absolutely it's just such a well done film that I think deserves more attention and more love. And I hope it does get that during awards season, because I would like to see this film do well. And I think everyone should watch it. If you have Sky Cinema, you have no excuse. It's free for you.
That's true.
Or not free for you because you have to pay a subscription.
No extra cost.
I don't pay it, so it's free for me.
For the rest of you, what?
Yes, I mean, on a rewatch, I thought the same things. So it's incredible. Go watch Lee.
Yeah.
L, double E.
Double E.
Just so there's no confusion.
Yeah.
Number one, I don't want you to say yet because I think
It's the same.
I think we've got the same
Yep.
one. Shall we count down from 3?
Go on then.
Number one is 3, 2, 1. Wicked.
Yay! Can you imagine if it says something completely different?
Yeah. then what would our friendship mean? It's just like, I'm not even put it on the list. No, this film rules.
Yep.
I'm just so happy that musicals are back, baby.
Yep. They
And Wicked is
Wicked.
bringing musicals back.
Yep.
I would like to see musicals back because you're in a fantasy thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to the cinema to escape. What's better than escaping into a fantasy world where everyone sings?
Everyone sings. Yeah.
Everyone loves singing.
Yeah.
And dancing. They want to be able to do that. They can see it.
Yeah.
And Wicked is a perfect film for that. And I thought it was exceptional.
I second that. Agree with everything. And I've seen it twice since. Well,
Yeah.
3 times in total. But it's so layered, and you get something more from either a performance or foreshadowing, or it's just, I don't understand people that just think it's just it's just a blockbuster based on The Wizard of Oz. It's not, because there's so much packed into it that I just don't understand how you can just toss that aside and just disregard it for that, because it's so well made and it's so emotional and so, I don't even know, but each time I've seen it, it's just watching Cynthia and Ariana, it's just, they care and they're so engrossed in their own performances and they feel so real despite the fact that they're in
They care so much.
Fantasyland.
Yeah.
That's what we appreciate, and they just are those characters, and it's just one of my favourite films ever. And
I, for one, cannot wait for next November.
oh my god, they've on the digital release, they've released like a sneak sort of preview thing with like little bits from part 2, and oh my god,
that restaurant from Rick and Morty. Little bits. We got tiny lasagna. We got tiny spaghetti. We got tiny pizza. No bits.
Elphaba's costume, and there's a thing where she's like ascending into the. I can't deal with it.
I got my sister the Funko Pops.
Oh yeah, I got an Elphaba one from my friend, which is very nice. I gave 2 Fiero Funko Pops as Christmas presents this year.
Did they want the Fiero Funko Pops, or did they just have to have them?
Very much like Jonathan Bailey. So
who doesn't? Who doesn't? I'd have him as a scarecrow any day.
Yes.
He was a scarecrow, right?
He will be the scarecrow.
Okay.
In the show, yes.
In the show, yes. We don't know how the film's going to pan out yet. Well, anyway, that's our top 10 for the year. Those are our favourite and best films of 2024. We recommend them heartily.
Yes.
But as we're seeing in the new year, let's not just talk about what's in the past. Let's talk about the future. Let us see what we've got in store for us next year, which is tomorrow for us.
There's a lot, isn't there?
There is a lot. We're starting off hot because on New Year's Day we're getting Nosferatu and We Live in Time.
That is a double whammy.
Very different films. I'm looking forward to both.
Definitely.
Seeing both. Already got me tickets. It's going to be great. Week after we're getting A Real Pain, starring Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg. It's Jesse Eisenberg's directorial debut as well. It looks very interesting. Good to see it. On the 10th of January, we're getting the two big films are Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman and Harris Dickinson, and Maria, which stars Angelina Jolie.
They come out on the same day.
They come out on the same.
I really want to see
day.
both of them.
I'm gonna have a lot of weeks where I'm doing a lot of double bills. January 17th, we've got. Why am I saying the 17th of January? I'm not American. I can do it.
January 17th.
January. I'm gonna do month and day. You idiots. On the 17th of January, we're getting A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan biopic starring Timothy Chalamet. Edward Norton's also in it, and we're also getting Here.
Yeah. Which no one.
The UK release of Here, featuring Tom Hanks.
Robert
Zemeckis'
Zemeckis'
another
latest
Robert
flop.
Zemeckis' latest flop. Wait, he just put a camera down and said, "All right, that's me done for the day. Not gonna move it." And for horror fans, Wolfman is also coming out on that day with Julia Garner. On the 24th of January, we're getting The Brutalist with Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones and Guy Pearce. 3.5 hours.
With an interval, a 15-minute interval in the film.
Pretty good.
Which
I'll
is
enjoy
quite
that.
a cool
I'll
idea.
get some ice cream.
Yeah.
Just like old times. No one as long as it's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
No
that.
matter. No one care. And Flight Risk, which I think looks all right.
I think it looks shit.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Mark Wahlberg, but
I'm not Wahlberg semi-bold. That's a disturbing thing I've seen.
It's odd. It's odd. He's doing odd things. On the 31st of January, to cap off the first month, we're getting Saturday Night, which is a film about the first episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
On the 6th of February, we're getting September 5th, starring Peter Sarsgaard. Looks all right. On the 7th of February, if you want to take your kids to the cinema, you can go take them to see Dogman. But if you're adults like us, we're going to be seeing Love Hurts with Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah.
Another action comedy for him.
Yeah.
It's also got Ariana DeBose in it as well.
Oh, cool.
So looks pretty good. And then the 14th of February, another year MCU starts because you can take your Valentine to see Captain America: Brave New World.
Out of all the MCU films, that is the one that is the least Valentine-y, I think.
You think?
Yeah. Fantastic Four would have been perfect. Obviously, that's a summer thing,
but we're not doing that.
Nope.
But if you want, I want a more Valentine's movie than Captain America: Brave New World, which is probably the film that we're both seeing.
Of course we are.
But you might see another one because it's Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy.
Well, that comes out in the UK on the 13th, so I'm going to try and see it on the 13th.
I have the UK release dates here.
On the poster at the cinema, it says the 13th.
Wait,
it says see it a day early.
You can see it a day early.
Yeah,
it's fine then.
I'm so excited for it. I will do both if I have to.
Yeah. On the 20th of February, we're getting The Last Showgirl.
Yeah, that looks good.
Which looks good because it's got the return of Pamela Anderson and another dramatic role for Dave Bautista, which I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. On the 7th of March, we're getting Marching Powder, which is a action comedy with Danny Dyer in it.
Oh,
which I've seen a trailer for. It looks fun.
Yeah.
I will say it looks fun.
I will watch it.
I think it's nice that Danny Dyer is getting a chance to show that he's an actual good actor.
Yeah.
Because he was able to do that in Rivals.
Oh,
because he's pretty good in Rivals.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to how he does here. March 14th, we're getting Novocaine.
Is that the
Jack Quaid action comedy about a man who doesn't feel pain.
Yeah. Look, you showed me the trailer for that. It looked quite good.
Looks fun.
Yeah.
21st of March, probably the big film of the month. Snow White.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
No, because I will see it, and
of course you'll see it.
I'll enjoy it
because you're a whore to Disney.
I am a whore to Disney, and I'm a sucker for the live-action remakes. I think that this will be one of their worst, just off the trailer and
the look of the dwarves.
And yeah, but I like Rachel Zegler. I like Gal Gadot. But whether she is rightly cast in that, I don't know.
We will see. On the 4th of April, we're getting a Minecraft movie.
Do you know what? I
It
think
might-
the second trailer looked better.
It looked better than the first one,
Yes,
yes. So
definitely.
I'm more looking forward to it.
Yeah, just
and
a little.
and you know, video game movies, I
Mm.
think they're going in the right direction.
Yeah,
This might be good.
hopefully.
It looks like it's been faithful to
Mm.
how Minecraft works.
Yeah.
On the 18th of April, we're getting Sinners. I think that's been pushed up though, or no, I think it might have been pushed back already.
Yeah.
Sinners is a horror drama. It's got Haley Steinfeld and Jack O'Connell in it.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
On the same day, we're also getting Mickey 17.
It's been pushed back as well.
Which been no, I think that got pushed forward and the Sinners got pushed back.
Oh, well, Mickey 17 was supposed to come out this year, and
Yeah,
then
it's
got
coming out-
pushed to January,
Yeah,
and now has been pushed even further,
pushed to April. Yeah,
which makes me nervous.
and also on that same day, we're getting the Penguin Lessons
Oh, is that
with
the...
Steve Coogan.
Yeah, that looked cute.
That looked pretty cute.
Yeah.
25th of April, we're getting The Accountant 2.
Oh,
Do you remember The Accountant 1?
I don't think I've seen it.
I
that-
have. We just said, Dad. My dad just went, "Oh, let's watch this." I said, "All right." It's just like
Is it Ben Affleck?
it's Ben Affleck. It's
Right.
just a all right
Yeah.
like action crime sort of thing.
Why did he do a second one?
It's got J.K. Simmons and John Bernthal in the sequel, as well as Ben Affleck, of course.
Promising.
2nd of May, Thunderbolts Asterisk.
Yay, I'm really looking forward
Looks
to that.
looks fun.
Yeah,
Great, good cast.
just for Florence Pugh, if
Just
I'm
for
honest.
I'm there for
See-
David Harbour. I don't
yeah.
know what you're there for.
Like Sebastian Stan
And
as well.
Sebastian Stan. And
Yeah. The rest of the characters, you know,
Yes.
take them or leave them.
And 16th of May, if you're also a big horror movie fan, Final Destination Bloodlines. No, not interested.
Maybe not, no.
Maybe not. Well, then on the 21st of May, we're getting Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
So excited.
Will it be the final reckoning? Is this the final Mission Impossible film?
I hope so.
What do you mean you hope so?
No, I just think they need to, like, put it to
he's
rest.
in because he's in his 60s now.
Yeah.
I mean,
And, like, it's been good.
I mean, come on, Tom. You've tried your best to kill
Yeah.
yourself. You haven't managed it. So I call it quits now.
Yeah.
Go live in a farm.
And they've been so good, the recent ones, that
Mm.
I just want them to end it on a high, and then just let it.
And
fade
just
away.
let it fade away. On the 30th of May, we're getting Karate Kid Legends.
I will not be seeing that.
You will
just
not be
'cause-
seeing that.
Well, just because you have to watch Cobra Kai to understand it, and I'm not
Do you?
watching 4 seasons.
It's got Jackie Chan in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it like a sequel to the Jackie Chan one?
That's a good point.
But it's also got
who
Ralph
would wa-
Macchio in
who
it
would
as
wa-
well.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Jackie Chan
Are
was
they all,
just in
are
it.
they are they all in the same universe?
I don't know. That's a good point. It's very confusing.
Mm,
Shouldn't be that confusing.
I think that from the snippet of the trailer I saw,
Mm.
I think Jackie Chan was trained by the guy in the first Karate
Mr.
Kid,
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, and then he trains Jaden Smith.
I used to really like that film when I was younger. The remake.
But then you saw the first one.
When I
It's
saw the
like,
first one,
oh,
I
it's
was like-
it's not good, not as good. This.
Bit better.
The 6th of June. Apparently, we're getting Dirty Dancing 2.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I hope that is not true. You can't.
Well,
why
if-
would you do it without Patrick
Well,
Swayze?
well, it's got Jennifer Grey in it.
Yeah, but she's not acted in years.
I know, right? Also, has it been filmed?
I hope not.
Have we had things that have said it's been filmed? Because that's like in 6 months.
Yeah,
It comes out in 6 months.
maybe they have.
But on June 7th, or the 7th of June, we're getting Ballerina.
That looks fun.
Still hopefully getting Ballerina,
Yeah.
which is a side thing of the John Wick franchise
Hmm.
with Ana de Armas. But Keanu Reeves is also in it as
Yeah,
well,
I'm
making a
glad.
cameo.
That's a good way to continue.
13th of June, we're getting How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version. And from the trailer, it just looks like they're doing the same thing, but live action,
It looks
which makes
exactly
me
the same.
think, what's the point?
They're just doing Disney, and I think while Disney, I understand why people complain about the live action ones, but I think they try and make things different about them,
Yes,
because some of
Try
them
and
do
change-
stand on their
they
own.
try and change things up and
Yeah.
not just make it the same.
And that's what this looks like. It looks like the Lion King,
Mhm.
but for How to Train Your Dragon.
But it looks like also on the same day they're competing with Disney, or a subsidiary of Disney, i.e. Pixar, because Elio also comes out on the 13th of June.
God, why do they do that to themselves? I feel like How to Train Your Dragon's gonna blow that out of the water.
Probably, yeah.
Because everyone knows what it is.
Everyone knows what How to Train Your Dragon is. Maybe they'll move it. I don't know. But so at the moment, 13th of June. On the 20th of June, we're getting 28 years later.
Which looked good.
Which looks, from the trailer, looks incredible.
Yeah.
And
Looks scary.
hopefully put the other two back on streaming
Yeah.
or any place that we can find it. Because 28 Days used to be on Disney Plus, and now it's not.
It's gone.
So hopefully they find a way to put that on streaming so people can, like us, can
Yeah.
rewatch what's happened. On the 27th of June, a film that I'm very excited for, F1.
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt and Kerry Condon, and
Is that an
Javier
Apple?
Bardem's also in it.
It's an Apple one, isn't it?
I think it's an Apple one. But you know, I watch F1 for the past 2 years. I've seen them filming stuff for it,
Yeah.
like they do it like after like the actual Grand Prix and all that, and just so many things of like an actual F1 driver narrowly missing out on getting first and looking visibly not happy about it,
Yeah.
and then him having to come back out and do a fake podium where he also didn't win because Brad Pitt won.
My God, that's insane.
It will be interesting to see
Yeah.
because it's using the actual paddock,
Yeah.
the race drivers are going to be in it, so be interesting to see how it looks. And also on the same day, we're getting Megan 2.0.
Do you know what? I'm looking forward to
or
that.
Mithrigan 2.0.
M3gan. I'm looking forward to that. I thought the first one was alright, and they could do a lot with it. So.
Well, it got enough for a sequel, so there we go. On the 2nd of July, we're getting Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yay!
Sick of Jurassic World yet?
I'm not. You know, I really like the Jurassic World films. I know this is a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's maybe a bit too soon. Maybe.
Yeah, when was the last one? It was last year, was it?
2022.
2022.
So it's been 3 years, but I don't know. It's like new characters and
Yes. New setting.
I'd like Bryce
Scarlett
Dallas
Johansson
Howard.
and Jonathan Bailey. in
Yeah,
it, so.
I'd like Bryce Dallas Howard to be involved, like as like a supporting role. Maybe I think that could be cool to sort of tie it all together. But I'm looking forward to it because I love.
Well, that's the start of a pretty big month. 2nd of July, we got Jurassic World Rebirth. 11th of July, Superman.
which I thought looked really good.
This is my most anticipated film of next year.
Yeah.
And or this year, depending on when this podcast is released. And I need it to be good.
Yeah.
I absolutely desperately need a very, very good Superman film in the modern day. I just need it.
You need it. Yeah, I think you might get it.
Let's hope so. I have faith in James Gunn.
Yeah.
And David Cornsweet looks good as Superman.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for what Nicholas Hoult does as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, definitely.
18th of July, a very much mixed day because we've got I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a continuation or a remake of the original.
Who gives a
And the Smurfs movie.
I will see the Smurfs.
Yeah, cause it's got Hannah Waddingham and Kurt Russell.
Well,
in it. Of course we'll
exactly.
see it.
Yeah. And Rihanna.
And Rihanna, apparently.
The
Okay,
Smurfette.
great. She's Smurfette, is she?
Yeah.
Who's Hannah Waddingham, then?
Well, in Smurfs: The Lost Village, they found a female tribe of Smurfs, so I don't know. I don't think it's a continuation, but maybe they've mixed them together now. I'm not sure.
And then to cap off the big month, on the 20th of July, we're getting the Fantastic Four First Steps. Another film I'm very excited about, because it could be a month where I get a very good Superman movie, finally, and I finally get a very good Fantastic Four movie.
So excited. It's
It's
from the same
thoughts.
people that did WandaVision, so it's so exciting.
It's probably good. It's probably good. On the 1st of August, we've got two films that could be pretty interesting. We've got The Bad Guys 2,
I think that was fun.
which looks fun. I liked the first one.
Yeah.
And a remake of The Naked Gun, which is a remake of it's starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Maybe with that casting, but I don't know. I don't really think you could make that as funny today.
We'll see, won't we?
Yeah.
Well, we need to see a trailer first because
Yeah.
I haven't had that yet. 8th of August, we're getting Freakier Friday. So you go to Freaky Friday. which will have Lindsay Lohan and.
Yeah, which is great. I love both of them, but I like,
Disney's clutching at straws.
Yeah, it's not going to be as good, is it? I know. Like, don't reserve judgment until you see, but they're just doing it. It's a nostalgia play.
We'll see, won't we? 15th of August, we're getting Nobody 2.
I need to watch the first one.
Yeah, a sequel no one asked for.
No.
Although the first one I liked. What next? 5th of September, we're getting The Conjuring: Last Rites.
I like the Conjuring films. They are terrifying, but I like them.
Could be good. 12th of September, we're getting Downton Abbey 3, which apparently Paul Giamatti is going to be in.
I don't get it. The second one, didn't make that much money at the box office. Maggie Smith died.
And Maggie Smith's dead.
What else could they have to say?
Honestly. 27th September, Saw XI.
I loved the last one, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Might be good.
Very
When's it going to be
excited.
set between Saw 1 or Saw 2?
Hopefully.
Or Saw 3?
I hope so.
How many movies can they set in between those 3 films?
It's technically not Saw 11.
3rd of October, we've got Michael, which is a Michael Jackson biopic. It's going to have Coleman Domingo and Miles Teller in it. Is Coleman Domingo Michael Jackson? I don't know.
I don't think so.
It's
a biopic.
Yeah, you've got to cast someone white, surely.
I feel like he might be his dad.
Are you saying Miles Teller is Michael Jackson?
God.
10th of October, we're getting Tron Ares. Another sequel to Tron. Tron Legacy. It's a very good film, Tron Legacy. Unfortunately, it also means we also have to sit through Jared Leto again. 17th of October, my birthday. We're getting The Black Phone 2. Did you not like the first The Black Phone?
I didn't watch it because apparently it was terrifying, and but people that I knew that did see it was like, we're all right, but why did they?
We're nothing but Frady cats on this podcast.
Yes, we are.
24th of October, we're getting Mortal Kombat 2.
It's taken a long time.
Yeah, maybe in this one we'll actually get a Mortal Kombat.
Don't even remember what
instead
happened
of setting up towards a Mortal Kombat, really.
2 really cool action sequences that were at the start and the end were characters that should have been followed and it should have been their stories, but no.
Never. 7th of November, we're getting The Running Man with Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, and Lee Pace.
Sounds quite good.
And on the same day, we're getting Predator: Badlands.
It's the same people that did Prey.
Yes, which makes me quite excited about it because Prey was a great redo of Predator.
I still need to
after the absolute
original
farce that was The Predator.
Yeah.
The only Predator films you need to watch right now are Predator and Prey.
Right.
I would say Predator 2 you might have fun with.
Predator versus
and the Alien versus Predator ones you might have fun with. 21st of November. What's coming out, Robert?
Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good. It's not Wicked Part 2.
Nope, Wicked
so
for
they've
Good.
named Wicked Part 1, but Wicked Part 2 is not called Wicked Part 2, it's Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good.
But in the titles, is it going to be Wicked Part 2 or Wicked for Good? We don't know yet.
I feel like it might be like Part 2.
It's going to be confusing.
It will be. So I think they're calling the first one just Wicked, though. I know in the opening credits it says Wicked Part 1, but I think that's just added on to let them know that this is the first one. I'm so excited.
And then we've got 3 more big films coming out that have been announced. On the 5th of December, we're getting a probably rightly deserved sequel, which is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Because this made an astronomical amount of money on its budget, considering it was also released to streaming on the same day.
Yeah. Why?
But people went out to the cinema to see it.
I really enjoyed that film.
It was fine.
Yeah.
The one problem I had with it is that they don't spend Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. Hopefully the second one makes them spend 5 nights there. 19th of December, we've got Avatar 3. It's finally here. Avatar Fire and Ash.
Looking
and he's making his way through the elements.
Yeah, he is. 4 will be Earth.
4 will be Earth.
Or as we already
And then
done
he will
Earth.
be the last airbender.
And like Shyamalan's directing the 4th one.
Please God, no. Yeah, same cast as the last one.
With, I presume, some more people
Maybe,
as well.
I don't know. Yeah, some fire people.
5 people.
No, the same people are going to be all the fire people. Kate Winslet's going to be a fire person this time instead of a water person. A pregnant fire person.
Pregnant fire person.
Yes. Excited?
I am. I really
Are
liked
you?
the last one.
I'm not.
Okay.
Because I didn't like the last one.
Did you not?
No, because they forced me to watch it in 3D again.
Yeah, but it was really good in 3D.
No, because it made my head hurt.
Okay.
And 2, it's the same film as the first one.
Yeah, but better.
It just looks pretty.
Better.
Like the first one, it just looks pretty, and that's all there is to Avatar. It just looks pretty. The story in the first Avatar was fine, and then they've just decided to do that same fine story again in the second one. So, are they going to go 3 for 3?
Probably.
Are you going to do something different,
It
James?
works for
Obviously
them.
not. It obviously works. They obviously make a ton of money
2
for
billion.
some
That was
reason.
4 billion with only 2 films.
You got an average of 5. No, I think combined like $5 billion
Oh,
they've made. 2 films. And then on the 26th of December, we are getting a SpongeBob movie, The Search for Squidward. Where's Squidward gone?
Who gives a fuck? That's. Why is it coming out at Christmas? And why isn't it just going straight to Netflix or something?
It probably is on Boxing Day. It'll go straight streaming.
They'll go to the real world and they'll.
It's the only ones that have been announced. We'll probably get something better on Boxing Day. Anyway, that's our preview of next year, which we're very excited for, it would seem.
A lot of good
So
stuff.
a lot of good stuff that's coming out, a lot of maybe potentially good stuff,
Yeah.
and some potentially bad stuff.
Yes.
And of course, we've had our review of 2024. Sorry for the technical issues we've had today.
They happen.
They happen, shit happens sometimes.
Shit happens.
And thank you very much for listening this year.
Yes.
All
thank
of our
you.
rantings.
Yes.
And thank you very much for listening to this one as well, and for watching when this is on if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you are, please feel free to give us a like and subscribe and push the bell notification so you never miss an episode of As Yet Untitled and Magic at the Movies. We are available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music and Sony Podcasts and pretty much wherever you get your podcasts from. My Instagram is TheMightyJoe888. Robert's Instagram is
Rob G. Hall.
if you want to leave us a comment on the video or to us ourselves. We now have a Blue Sky page.
Do we?
Yes, I've made one for us.
Wasn't that the animation company that did Ice Age?
No, it's the new. It's the new
yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
It's the new Twitter that's not full of fascists.
Toxicity,
So it's fine. We can use that one. It's not as big an audience, but it's a nicer audience.
Yeah.
Which is what we want.
Exactly.
So yeah, we'll be posting updates and all that on there. You can leave and you can give questions to us on there as well. It's at the Magic at the Movies.
Yeah.
If you want to look us up on Blue Sky. Next week. Next week will probably be We Live in Time and Nosferatu because we'll both see that. And so look forward to those reviews next week. That is us for 2024.
Oh my goodness.
We've seen it in.
Yep.
I hope you're all having a happy new year.
Definitely.
Hope you've drunk so much.
Keep going.
Just keep going. Keep chugging it along. Keep chugging along.
Chugging along.
We're chugging along. I should stop stalling. It's been a really long episode.
It's okay.
Really long and very difficult episode. So thank you all very much for listening, and we will see you all in the next one.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.